Alright everyone, welcome to another video. We got a kind of interesting matchup going into this one. Lots of interesting Pokemon on their team here. I do think I want to start off with my Samurott. I think it would be good to go ahead and just bring... Well, I'm trying to think through a couple of things here. Could just go ahead and bring these two. Be pretty offensive going into this match and see how well that goes off. We'll go ahead and see what they lead off with here. I'm not 100% sure based on their team there's not one specific strategy that I can think of that they are going to go with. So it'll be interesting to see what they have. Got their little spirit tomb in the background of their photo there. Okay, so they are leading off with the Magnezone. And I do have the fighting type coverage here. Kind of doubt that they go for a turn 1 Terra here. And I'm trying to decide what might be the best thing to do here. I think maybe we just go for some damage. Don't necessarily need the spikes up for a multi-scale or anything. There's no Dragonites on their team. So I think it would be good to just go ahead and try to get some damage off here. If it does have that electric type, we are going to be hurt quite a bit from an attack, but we'll go ahead and outspeed, see how much a Sacred Sword does. And they're just going to go ahead and Volt Switch out of here, and that is actually going to take care of my Samurott, but we took them down to quite a bit. So now we're going to have to make a decision what to bring in here. They did Volt Switch, and that's going to give me kind of the priority of what I would like to swap into here. Archaludon, not going to be hurt by an Intimidate by my Tauros here. I think I want to go out with the Garchomp at this point and maybe just shoot for an Earthquake. Maybe I even just Swords Dance. A lot of these Archaludons might be running Flying Terra type to avoid those Earthquakes, and so I would not be surprised if something like that happened here. And they could also just go kind of like the Electro Shot and all that fun stuff. They are physically... Alright, I guess I should outspeed. I'd go for a... They could just go for a Draco Meteor. Let's just go for an Earthquake. They might Terra out. It might be a bad play, but looks like they're not going to Terra out of that weakness. They do get the Stamina boost, which pops a Citrus Berry, since we got them low enough. And they're just going to swap me out with that Dragon Tail. I'm not too upset about that. Rough Skin's going to take a little bit of damage, which I'm not sure if that's going to... Looks like it won't hit their stamina again, which is beneficial for us. We can go ahead and get the Tauros out. And with that, without speeding, we'll be able to just go ahead and take care of the Archaludon here. Let's see, so they have the Magnezone as well, which is hurt pretty bad. I don't want them to go ahead and just Dragon Tail me out of here if I'm going to try and set up or something again. And I'm not sure that a Trailblaze will be enough. So I think it would be good to just go for a close combat. Or I could just go for a Raging Bull. I think they're low enough. But just in case, we'll go ahead and outspeed with a close combat. Take the defense, special defense drop. We still have the opportunity to switch out and get rid of those drops, so I'm not too worried about it. And we'll see, probably won't bring the Magnezone back in. We'll see what their third Pokemon is here. unless if it's a difficult decision whether or not to bring that Magnezone out, then we probably have a pretty good matchup on anything that they could bring in. What I'm most scared of would be that Primarina that they had. Can do quite a bit of damage to my team, but with the Terra Grass we could do quite a bit there here as well. Okay, so they do just bring that Magnezone back in. I'm not sure how fast Magnezone is. Not very fast. Not very fast at all. And I think if I go ahead and get a Trailblaze off, I can outspeed, hit the Magnezone, and get... Okay, they're gonna go for a Volt Switch. Maybe they are Scarfed. Which, this would not have been a bad play on their turn, then. Okay, they do bring that Spiritomb out. Go for that Trailblaze, get the speed boost. Not super familiar with Spiritomb. And what they're going to want to go ahead and do here. So they're not super fast and they kind of want to wall a little bit here. Potentially a good amount of setup as well. So I'm just going to switch over into my Garchomp, and that way when I come back in I can get the Intimidate off, although I think these are mostly going to be special attacking Mon. Does just go for a Shadow Ball. Which will do a fair amount. At this point I can just go for a Scale Shot and see how much damage we can get off with it. If they don't go for a Trick Room or something between this Scale Shot and a potential move from our Tauros, we should be able to do okay here. Okay, they do go for a Trick and just swap our items, which is going to give them the Loaded Dice and myself a Lagging Tail. Which should be okay. Not really going to help them outspeed me here. I guess it will, yeah, that's going to drop my speed and get rid of the Lagging Tail on their part. So it does go ahead and outspeed since I had that Lagging Tail on. Interesting play there, but I still do have this Tauros. At this point, I think it is best to go for a Trailblaze so I can get the speed boost, and with the speed boost potentially outspeed that Magnezone if it is Scarfed. Kind of getting down to the wire on this game here. Not necessarily the best plays on my part. Still trying to learn a couple of what these Mons are going to be doing. And, well, honestly, we'll just pop the Terra and go for a Raging Bull. Just to watch the crystals, just to watch the flowers go on top of the head here. Not going to help me live anything if they go first, but possibly with that speed boost, we might go ahead and outspeed, and that's going to be the match, which came down to the last 12 hit points here on the Tauros. So that was a pretty close match, kind of a fun one to go through there, and definitely learned a lot from it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.